me if you ever think you're coming back to town. Call me if you think you'll be here soon. I've got my tux, I'm sure you've got that strapless sequin gown. There's still the same old starlight and the moon. I wonder if your eyes are still as smoldering and deep. I wonder if your kisses will explore. I'm now the kind of guy who knows exactly how to keep a precious vixen coming back for more. I never figured out whatever happened the day you strutted out and slammed the door. I thought that we had something good and going better yet, until you bit your lip and went to war. Call me if you ever feel like coming back around. Call me when you feel you're less enraged. Call me when you think you've got your feet back on the ground. But when you call, please give me time. I might be otherwise engaged. Strutted out and slammed the door. I thought that we had something good and going better yet, until you bit your lip and went to war. Call me if you ever feel like simply saying hi. I'm wiser and a little less naive. I think you'll find another slightly different kind of guy, the kind you'll never ever want to leave. No, the kind you'll never
and sidelong glances and taking cues. I never knew how much I had to scramble to take that gamble and risk the blues, because everything I've wanted has been served upon a platter. Whatever didn't come so easy really didn't matter. You stopped me in my tracks and made me turn right on a dime, when you told me with your gorgeous eyes you wouldn't waste your time. I never really knew about pursuing and the undoing of all my cool. I couldn't even fathom you'd dismiss me instead of kiss me like a fool, because everything I've wanted has been served upon a platter. Whatever didn't come so easy really didn't matter. You stopped me in my tracks and made me turn right on a dime when you told me with your gorgeous eyes you wouldn't waste your time. I'm trying hard to mend my errant ways and meet your gaze with all my charms. I hope to highest heaven you'll believe me and receive me in your arms, and receive me in your arms.
Why is it so hard for you? Why is it so hard for me? Why can't we be true for all to see? Why must you ignore my wit? Why have you become afraid? Why can't we just quit this whole charade? Pretending that love can be shy, we can't deny what is real. Who cares what feathers we ruffle and why, long as we know how we must I ignore your sighs? Why must you be so divine? Why mustn't your eyes alight on mine? Let's stop pretending that love can be shy. We can't deny what is real. Who cares what feathers we ruffle and why, long as we know how we feel. Let's move to a quiet spot. Let's speak of the book we'll write. Let's give love a shot and kiss at last tonight.
wouldn't know if the stars were aligned when we met on our first rendezvous. I couldn't care if the moon had declined when your arms gathered me under you, 'cause my head was spinning round and my heart began to race, and I couldn't watch the skies or hear a sound as I opened up my eyes to our embrace. I couldn't show how I longed for your kiss when we met on our first rendezvous. I wouldn't dare to refuse the abyss of your spell in the nearness to you, 'cause my head was spinning round and my heart began to race, and I couldn't watch the skies or hear a sound as I opened up my eyes to our embrace. A quiet snow now falls heavy and cold on the side of our first rendezvous. Our great affair has grown suddenly old as our mood has turned stubbornly blue. Once our heads were spinning round and our hearts began to thunder, and we floated to the skies and left the ground behind in wonder. And we knew when we first met that love was true forever yet. I hope that you and I will kiss again the way we kissed on our first rendezvous. Were spinning round and our hearts began to thunder, and we floated to the skies and left the ground behind in wonder. And we knew when we first met that love was true forever yet. I hope that you and I will kiss again the way we kissed on our first rendezvous.
Once our heads were spinning round and our hearts began to thunder, and we floated to the skies and left the ground behind in wonder.
And we knew when we first met that love was true
forever, yeah. I hope that you and I will kiss again the way we kissed on our first rendezvous.
Sparkling waves on the horizon, glistening sands along the shore, but my eyes are drawn to the girl who's gone to the trouble of being alone. Starry skies among the heavens, flowering meadows that catch the morning light, but my eyes are drawn to the girl who's gone to the trouble of being alone. There you are on your own with your head in a book, heedless of the throng. Is it too much to ask for you to take a quick look at the guy who's been yearning to sing you his song? Pardon me for being smitten as you smooth your hair or curl your lips in a pout, but my eyes are drawn to the girl who's gone to the trouble of being alone. the others have left, you haven't noticed a thing since you've kept yourself apart. Maybe you'll change your tune when you hear someone sing of a guy who is burning to give you his heart. Now the world is growing grander as you turn around with a surprising smile, and you know that I'm drawn to the girl who's gone to the trouble like me of deciding to flee and is troubled no longer alone. We are troubled no longer alone.
While the world was going round and round and round, you were placing all your bets upon a horse that wouldn't race at breakneck speed and couldn't hold a lead. I could see you were adrift and run aground. I was hardly better off for having staked the stash I had on blinding lights and sleepless city nights. So as we sat at the cafe that day and sized each other up by trading glances on the sly, with every sip from every cup we weighed our chances for another trip to nowhere, or to bringing down my house and flying high. While the world is going round and round and round, can we deal ourselves a hand so when we fight like cats and dogs we'll yet embrace and happily keep pace? So as we sat at the cafe that day and sized each other up by trading glances on the sly, with every sip from every cup we weighed our chances for another trip to nowhere, or to bringing down the house and flying high. Going round and round and round, can we deal ourselves a hand so when we fight like cats and dogs we'll yet embrace and happily keep pace? Can we deal ourselves a deck that has us rotting neck and neck?
when every day becomes an endless spell of woe, and every hour seems to add another care, and the world is taking all my strength too slow. That's when I know I love you more than I can bear. When every springtime has been long too overdue, when the wintry winds are blowing far too harsh and cold, and our morning skies show far more gray than blue, that's when it's you I dream of having and to hold. Whatever may happen, whatever may befall, no matter how shaken, I'll sing, 'cause your lips will be tender, your eyes will enthrall, whatever the future may bring. When every storm that rages spends itself and dies, and every wave that crashes moves away from shore, then my bold heart quickens joyfully and cries that you're the prize I've learned to treasure more and more. Whatever may happen, whatever may befall, no matter how shaken, I'll sing, 'cause your lips will be tender, your eyes will enthrall, whatever the future may bring. When every storm that rages spends itself and dies, and every wave that crashes moves away from shore, then my bold heart quickens joyfully and cries that you're the prize I've learned to treasure more and more. You're the prize I love and treasure more and more. When I left for greener pastures that fine day, I was sure that I was in the right. Silly me to think you didn't care a whit, just because you didn't start a fight. I assumed that you were restless just like me. I could tell our to and fro was bland, so I thought I'd do a favor for us both, keeping hope from getting out of hand. Every joker thinks she always has an ace. Every gal behind a wheel thinks she can race. and limb. Maybe you were scared like me to tie the knot. Maybe it was nothing but a whim. Maybe we were nothing but a whim.
It used to be I had my eye on glamour, and I used to think I had a feel for style. Nothing more bedazzled me than women who were haughty and wore jewels that could be seen for at least a mile. They were the gals that made my life worthwhile. It used to be I had a nose for riches and the elegance conferred by caviar. Nothing more attracted me than women who were naughty in their fearlessness for riding wild and far. They were the gals that always raised the bar. But you were simple as a flower and as quiet as a church, and you left after an hour, leaving me right in the lurch. I could see you had no loot and your clothes were just threadbare, but you didn't give a hoot because you really didn't care about the things you never wanted. And I never would have bet that I would find myself so daunted on the day that we first met. You've got that certain something that's aroused me. I wasn't really after haute couture. Nothing more bewitches me than who you really are, without toys and props and appetites for more. Now my life is less a bore, and I finally and truly hanker for that someone who has taught me how to soar. Simple as a flower and as quiet as a church, and you left after an hour, leaving me right in the lurch. I could see you had no loot and your clothes were just threadbare, but you didn't give a hoot because you really didn't care about the things you never wanted. And I never would have bet that I would find myself so daunted on the day that we first met. Now my life is less a bore, and I finally and truly and definitively hanker for that someone with that something who has genuinely taught me how to soar. cold summer days. I've packed my bags and my mind is in a haze, 'cause the thought of your smile and the sight of your blush when I ask for your hand for a dance turns the weather to something I can't understand in the glow of our new romance. A swinging step, a graceful twirl, you're in my arms and you leave them in a curl. And the length of your legs and the flash of your eyes when I beckon you back for a pass makes me grin with delight and admire the moves that define what it means to have class. Is there anything so marvelous as dancing side by side? A singer croons, the cymbals shiver, brass and saxes glide. Your light and supple body tells the pulse of every beat, and the easeful arm I lend allows an acrobatic treat. We're out of breath, it's too much fun. The band's at rest, but we've only just begun. 'Cause the width of your smile and the flush of your face as we rise for another ballet tell me everything's swell and we've got a good chance, and that's all that we've needed to say. Anything so marvelous as dancing side by side? A singer croons, the cymbals shiver, brass and saxes glide. Your light and supple body tells the pulse of every beat, and the easeful arm I lend allows an acrobatic treat. We're out of breath, it's too much fun. The band's at rest, but we've only just begun. 'Cause the width of your smile and the flush of your face as we rise for another ballet tell me everything's swell and we've got a good chance, and that's all that we've needed to say. And that's all that we've needed to say.
I wasn't sure you would remember. I wasn't sure that you would care. I walked alone on a December evening, huddled against the cold night air. I wasn't sure if I should greet you. I wasn't sure how you'd reply. I walked alone on a December evening, wondering if I should try. But you turned your lovely face, and the moonlight shed its grace, and I could clearly see the trace of love that banished all my fear as I drew near on a December evening, huddled against the cold night air. I didn't know what might have happened the time we went our separate ways, until the moon on a December evening set our hearts again ablaze. To see your smile after such a long, long while, and the charms that could beguile a gal forever and a day, and my dismay on a December evening vanished in a moonlit ray. I didn't know what fate would bring us the day we parted for that year, until the moon on a December evening showed how we still held each other dear.
Once I tried to catch a shooting star. I was foolish, so they said. Once I tried to find a rainbow's end. I was told I'd lost my head. Once I tried to snare a fleeting dream. All my friends gave up on me. Then you smiled and opened up a door, and you threw away the key. I tried to tell them, tried to explain. Fortune favors the bold. Nothing to venture, nothing to gain. Now we're a sight to behold. When I set my sights on your allure, I was crazy to the world. Aiming high was something to beware, lest a love should be unfurled, lest a love should be unfurled. I tried to tell them, tried to explain. Fortune favors the bold. Nothing to venture, nothing to gain. Now we're a sight to behold. When I set my sights on your allure, I was crazy to the world. Aiming high was something to beware, lest a love should be unfurled, lest a love should be unfurled.
It all began as something of a lark. It all began as nothing but a game. We had our midnight rambles in a blissful dark. We danced with blithe abandon in a flame. We started off by vowing not to vow. We promised we would always keep things light. You rolled the dice and then I took a graceful bow. We drank champagne to make it all alright. But I missed the times we couldn't meet with more and more dismay. My nonchalance was crumbling and I counted every hour away from you. To seize each day with careless fun, but now a day of frolicking is blue, because I'm always worried you may one day run. I'm sick to death to think of losing you. I miss the times when we're apart with more and more dismay. My nonchalance has crumbled and I'm counting every hour away from you. To seize each day with careless fun, but now a day of frolicking is blue, because I'm always worried you may one day run. I'm sick to death to think of losing you, and I hope that you are counting every hour, every minute, every second you're apart from me. I hope that you're as tangled and as smitten and as worried as can be. The door ajar for something I couldn't explain. Not the hint of a fragrance that once drove me wild, or the sound of a haunting refrain. I left the door ajar in the hope of a lovely surprise. Not the glow of a memory filled with delight, but the feel of a sun on the rise. The past is the past and has vanished Ajar for someone to find as a clue that there's no looking back to the paths that we took, because kisses worth kissing must always be new. The past is the past and has vanished away. The winds that are blowing have blown. Each gathering moment creates a new day for a future that's yet to be known. I left the door ajar for someone to find as a clue that there's no looking back to the paths that we took, because kisses worth kissing must always be new. Kisses must always be new.
Maybe there are times I might decide to stop the chase. The journey seems too long, the road's without an end. Maybe there are days I might decide to rest my case. I can't tell right from wrong, I can't tell foe from friend. But somewhere there's a sun that shines, and somewhere there's a moon that glows. And listening to all my songs and reading in between the lines, I recognize at last the life I chose. Thanks to them, I can't deny that everything's a quest. No matter what or where, no matter how or when, life's worth living only when you give your very best. That's the life that's dear, the one you choose again. And somewhere there's a sun that shines, and somewhere there's a moon that glows. And listening to all my songs and reading in between the lines, I recognize at last the life I chose, the life I choose again. No matter where or when, Is this the end of every cherished sigh? May I defend myself against a lie? Perhaps your jealousy's a warning sign. Perhaps I erred to think that you were really mine. Will you believe the tales the world has spun? Could I deceive you with the heart you won? When sorrows come, they tend to come in throngs. They make it hard to tell what's right from the wrongs. Must every wish go up in smoke? Can you forget the words we spoke? Has every kiss become a memory to fade? Is there no future for the plans we brightly made? Can you ignore the strength of my embrace? Nay, I assure you there is no disgrace. Can we pretend at least to carry on until the darkness turns to dawn? Must every wish go up in smoke? Can you forget the words we spoke? Has every kiss become a memory to fade? Is there no future for the plans we brightly made? You'd be a fool to throw it all away. When tempers cool, there'll be a better day. Can we pretend at least to carry on until the darkness turns to dawn? What time is it? What hour is near? What sky can be so blue? How far's that hill? What meadows there? What winds are blowing through? What sea is stretching out beyond our wildest, fearless dreams? What waves are rolling high to catch the brightest sunshine's gleams? What grace you show, what eyes so dear. Let's take that headlong dive. How happy am I, how brimful of cheer. How wonderful to be alive. What mountain heights are beckoning for us to climb today? What wealth of brilliant roses spread their ravishing bouquet? What forms we have on God's green earth, where everyone should thrive. How happy are we, how brimful of mirth, how wonderful to be alive. How wonderful to be alive. I can't think of nothing but the dance we danced last night. I can't think of nothing but those arms that held me tight. Was it simply good fortune or simply our fate that brought us together to meet? Was it merely your dimples or confident grin that had my heart skipping a beat?
I can't think of nothing except when I laid eyes on you. I can't think of nothing except to question if it's true that you like me enough after fun at first sight to give me your hand once more for a getting to know and a mischievous twirl as we waltz across the floor.
I can't think of nothing except the hair that brushed my cheek. I can't think of nothing except the words I wanna speak.
Is it crazy to feel that we haven't a choice once our lips come together at last? Or has everything gone to our heads in a rush and we're moving much too fast?
can't think of nothing except the days that lie ahead.
I can't think of nothing but the lives that can be led.
How we'll learn on the fly all the steps that we need to keep life from becoming a bore.
'Cause there's nothing to think about love at first sight except for feeling how high you can soar.
'Cause there's nothing,
Absolutely nothing,
except for feeling how high you can soar.
Today is now the end of every day that's come before. Today is now the new frontier for everything in store. I look back on all the time I spent pursuing silly dreams, crafting clever schemes, and how I went from post to pillar on a whim, without regret and no regard for life and limb.
Today is not the end of every journey ever made. Today is not the end of every prayer that we have prayed.
I look forward to the time I'll spend creating better sense, making hay without offense, and I'll go through what remains of life and love, with less concern for what's so far and high above.
The days are growing fewer, but my life has just begun. Apologies are over, and I'm always on the run
Toward bluer skies and newer dawns to light my quest, before the hand that made it all brings me to rest. Frontier for everything in store. I look back on all the time I spent pursuing silly dreams, crafting clever schemes, and how I went from post to pillar on a whim, without regret and no regard for life and limb. Today is not the end of every journey ever made. Not the end of every prayer that we have prayed. I look forward to the time I'll spend creating better sense, making hay without offense, and I'll go through what remains of life and love, with less concern for what's so far and high above.
The days are growing fewer, but my life has just begun. Apologies are over, and I'm always on the run
toward bluer skies and newer dawns to light my quest, before the hand that made it all brings me to rest. Today is now the end of every tear